Alright, we gotta do the loop-de-loop and pull. And the shoes is looking cool. Go back to the beginning here. Did you drop a booster? I've yet to see a booster. I kind of forgot these guys were so weak to melee. Yeah, shoot the three-leg enemies, no doubt. This is another fucking Gearbox trope. That and... Oh, I see you're about to completely wipe the fucking floor clean with that enemy. Let's either phase lock it, or it's gonna do a one-hit kill Nova. Just to really piss you off. Yeah, you can beat 99.9% of that boss, but don't worry. Just to piss you off, we gave it a gib at the end. The last 1% is 2 phases, right? With insta-kill mechanics. Always. Helio, what we call the helio phase method. Fucking helio phase. You gotta sit there, you gotta fight for an hour and a half, and then if you're right about to kill the boss, don't worry, it'll just Nova blast you off the map. If you don't position yourself perfectly. So frustrating. And not in a good way. Not like, oh, that was really intense and hard, and I want to do that again and get good at it. It's like, that is completely random, and therefore it is bullshit. So I think it's gonna be this area over here. Now, there's a challenge over here that involves a bubble. We'll kill Blue even though he's got a terrible legendary, just to see if we get it. Well, shit. See those bubbles? Like, I know there's a way to hit them specifically so they boost you into the air. Either way, I'm sure it's probably on the bottom because it's just like a stupid badass rank challenge. So you need to jump across the level to get one shot, no doubt. Yeah. Gearbox definitely has some standardized methods for some things. Like to recur. You know, I've just noticed that the animation to actually get into the second wind is way too long. It needs to just be, you're in second wind. Not like, get ready for it. Get ready. It's coming. I already know it's fucking coming. I'm in second wind. Just let me start shooting. Oh, I'm done. You have to like jump on the bubble at exactly the right time. Apparently something over here. Oh, hey. Just barely. I'm gonna have to Gunzerg just to heal through that shit. I don't know what the secret is. Like, I know there's a way to hit these in such a way. that it will just sling you forward. Oh. Guess you just fucking blindly run into it. I know a booster fell. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Alright, so now the problem is I'm not seeing... I mean, these are not acid-soaked railroads, because this looks a lot like acid-soaked railroads to me. Well, hell with it. I'm losing too much time, so... Yo. Hey. Watch out. Here we go. Damn it. Water! Hey, Walter. How the hell are you? Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you. So we were in the right place. We just weren't seeing it. And let's still kill Blue while we're over here, because, you know. Still might get a legendary that we can toss into the acid. I'm good, bro. How's the playthrough? Just got off work. It's good. We're really close now. I should stand in acid while we do this. We are going to do the Iridium Blight missions. And then we'll be able to finish off this last Circle of Slaughter. And beat the game with, should be all the quests done. Get that achievement and do a much faster playthrough too. Focus in main story. And on to UVHM. Trying to get it done before we go on dinner break, because after we get back from dinner we're going to play some Apex, but I'm not wanting to do this too late, so I'm giving myself like another 40 minutes. If I get through the Iridium Blight quest, that'd be pretty good. Then we could just do Circle of Slaughter and be done with the story. Got too late of a start today, but you know, it's important that we kill Blue. This is important. It means something. How was your day at work? How was your day at work, Water? I appreciate you coming in here, man. We were just bitching about Gearbox's repeating boss mechanics. Oh, hey, we see you're about to beat the boss. Here's a Nova off the map. Hey, I see that you're doing an absolute assload of damage and destroying this boss. Let's just phase lock the boss and have it walk around and do dumb shit. Many memes and jokes were had. Of course, you can see that on the YouTubes. We've gone from near sleeping to memes and jokes, and did Blue drop his thing? He doesn't respawn the chest, does he? The last time it dropped like all the way out here. His loot likes to just fly. And I also talked about how like there's a bunch of this that I've just kind of been going into automatic pilot for. So I played this game so much back in the day, and it's like, I guess maybe I wasn't totally over the burnout quite yet. But here in the last couple hours, last hour or so, it felt pretty good playing. So we all kind of had our discussion about when was our burnout time. Did you play pre-sequel, Water? Raid bosses are a joke in Gearbox games. Yeah, I mean, they're starting to get better, right? But I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah, hopefully they're much better in this one, because the one-hit mechanics are just fucking bullshit. How much does that happen in Crawmax the Invincible? Oh, you're absolutely destroying this guy. Now let's go ahead and let him whip you off the map real quick. Hope they adjust the loot drop mechanics. From what I can tell, it's a guaranteed legendary when you kill the boss. Maybe it was super, super high for the event though, but... because it looks like they've taken the randomness out of legendaries for the most part. Like, your bitch works like my bitch, and they're just more handcrafted. So, that's what Varnell said. He said there was still a tiny bit of randomness to it, but they were more like handcrafted, so... But the thing is, I think purples are just so much stronger now because of being anointed and so on and so forth. So hopefully you're at a point where... like, I really dislike in Borderlands 2 that purple sees to be useful. I think a purple should still be a really good gun across the playthrough. Legendary should be OP. And purple, you should be able to build around purples. Epics, whatever you prefer. What am I doing? I'm going totally the wrong way. From what I read, Proving Grounds doesn't have a specific loophole, but they might be lying. I mean, Proving Grounds, Adam, like in-game content, right? But not meant to be end-to-end, like super challenge, hardcore content. It's like drop in, drop out. You only got 30 minutes. You're about to put the kids to bed. You got 30 minutes to play. You go do a Proving Ground, and you know, get some XP. You benefit your character. I'll tell you something really cool though that I'm noticing and I'm really excited about. In Baru's level 50 gameplay of Amara, he kept getting XP. And he kept filling the bar, and the bar was leading to Guardian rank. So they actually do have a second skill tree and a second leveling system on top of the one that they've built. It's all now tied into Guardian rank. It's not just the challenges, it's literally just raw XP will tie into Guardian rank. So that's super smart, super good. They definitely want you to farm it. I mean, the real end game content's going to be the Mayhem mode and the Circle of Slaughter and yet unannounced content. But I mean, the idea of Mayhem mode is basically OP levels by a different name, and with much better scaling and everything else. You can set the difficulty and you can add modifiers, and then the Circle of Slaughter. We don't know a lot about it, but obviously it's their 4th or 5th attempt at this. I think it's their 4th, and this time they've always wanted to make a Circle of Slaughter because they've done it in every game that they've made for Borderlands, and they always seem to be getting a little bit better at it, but it always seems to be a little bit off. And so I think this time, since they're like really saying this is our in-game content, these raid bosses, because there's that boss team, are so much better, they've said, and then we're doing this Circle of Slaughter. So I'd assume that this is going to be the fucking time they get it right. Purples are better too. One element, Fitman, that ties into that is they have anointed loot, and anointed loot is only epics. And anointed loot is really cool, really cool. It's one of the reasons builds are going to be deeper, and hopefully not everyone's build ends up being the same. Like, your flak is going to be different than Adam's flak. Anointed loot is you have like a purple, like say this one, and instead of just like all this regular shit, it will also have like a Beastmaster at the bottom, and it'll be like anointed Beastmaster loot, and it'll have like 3+ in the skag tree and 2+ in the critical hit tree. So now guns are basically like class mods. Class mods are supposed to be so much deeper, and then you have artifacts that have been made deeper. So when you slide, you throw out razor blades and you get some bonus critical hit damage. Like, there's just so many things that now tie together to make it a much deeper role-playing game. There's some perps that help, but I have a feeling there's going to be set gear. Like, gear sets? Set gear as in, like, what happened in Borderlands 2? Or, like, gear sets. Because that'd be totally cool with gear sets, but as far as set gear is concerned, I mean, that would be, to me, bad. I mean, I'd not be good. It's one of the problems with Borderlands 2, but I think it's a lot less likely to happen, Walter. You would think that. I mean, I get that, but I think it's a lot less likely to happen. Not just because of all the shit we're mentioning, like Anointed Loop, but that the scaling is the pre-sequels. It's the much softened exponential scaling so that things don't get out of control to where you're at a point where the epics just didn't scale. They didn't scale with the enemies, so you can't use them. Whereas Borderlands 1, you can totally use epics. You could still find a fucking great epic and go and use it and tear up, which is the way I think it should be. In a game that's all about diversity and all about loot and just how much loot there is, then it's a major flaw with Borderlands 2 that you end up using the same shit over and over again. When, like I say, my favorite part of Borderlands, like, we found this good green sniper rifle. That to me is the joy of Borderlands, and it's definitely going to be a thing. And you have 30 different weapon parts now, per weapon, per manufacturer. Think of that, 35 parts per manufacturer. There's 10 of them. On top of that, all the different models of guns, shotguns, assault rifles, rocket launchers, sniper rifles, laser weapons, etc., etc. Top that with the elementals, top that with the anointed loot. There's just going to be so much more loot. It's all going to sound different, feel different, look different, and that's the magic of Borderlands. That's in the early game in Borderlands 2. That to some degree remains in Borderlands 1, and hopefully will be the strength, the true realization of the high concept in Borderlands 3. You're talking about gear sets? Well, I mean, that'd be fucking dope. So, you know, I'm 100% with you there. Like, I'm not trying to argue with it, because I see where you're coming from. And I definitely would think that too, like, but I'm really hoping, being optimistic, that they, you know, they seem to always keep learning. Anyway, did you pre-order, by the way, Walter? I know you were talking about it, Justin was talking about doing it this week. I don't think Steven is going to pre-order. Go boom, and a boom boom. It's my least favorite Lifeline line. This is just a good area. There's just always something to shoot. It's got a good flow to the environments. It's got a good theme to the colors. Definitely my favorite vanilla Borderlands 2 area. That all sounds like the right direction with builds. Oh, hell yeah. Gear sets in the... They do have some gear sets in the Lilith DLC. Gear sets, like, if you put certain guns together, you get a bonus. In Borderlands 2, that's a thing? Holy shit. So definitely then. There are character-specific gears in gun now, too. Are you talking about the Anointed Loot, Adam, or is this something I don't know about? Oh, that's really cool. Then definitely, yeah. I mean, they started doing some cool stuff. Speaking of Battleborn, remember the Demon Bear DLC started experimenting with that. Like, it's why I really love that they did loot in Battleborn. It sucks to hear from you, Adam, that they talked about saying that they regretted doing it, because I feel like, dude, they had to have learned so much. The Demon Bear had gear sets. They were sweet. You know, if Eldred only. If you had a whole team that was Eldred, then you would get all these different set bonuses. If you had all the demon gear on, you'd get even more bonuses, and that creates depth. That creates depth. And that creates, in turn, replayability. Now, when I mentioned that there's parts of this that have been dull, and I've been kind of just, like, going through it, that's because I need diversity in the gameplay loop after 700 playthroughs. As I said, I naturally prestige gauged 5 times. Prestige 5 times. Farmed a little bit of badass rank, but that's a lot of playthroughs that are required not to give it. So I've seen this shit a bunch. So you need things that change it up. You need challenge, of course, but you also need to feel like you're fucking getting more and more powerful and not just running on a treadmill to be in the same place like Fortnite made me feel and some other really bad RPGs. And you need ways to change it up. Mayhem mode is a good way to do that. If you're on console and you can't do mods, Mayhem mode hopefully is going to be a great way to do that. Like, alright, we've beat this game 75 times. Wilso's played the hell out of it. Fitman's beat it 1,000 times. Walter's already fucking ingested it. Adam is still on his 24-hour stream 7 years later. Alright? And he's looking at Riley Reed's Twitter. It's like, we need a change of pace. We need a change of pace. And the way that we can get that is, hey, Mayhem mode. I'm going to run really fast and have super high gravity, but the enemies are going to do 10 times as much damage. I'm hoping that's how that works. Will you guys play with modded guns? You calling me fat, bro? I personally will not. I'm not against modded guns in any way. You know, I'm not a DRM guy. I'm totally about people getting to experience the game however they see fit once they've paid for it. But no, I won't. I never used modded guns in Borderlands 2. Like I say, I like to try to be good at it. And I always... The thing I hated about modded guns is like, okay, those guys had a lot of fun, which is good. But if they were really high level, and then if they took all their modded shit off that made them invincible, and tried to play with regular guns like we do, they were fucking terrible. They couldn't even remotely hold their own. So I just kind of felt like you didn't really earn it, you know? You didn't earn it. That was my take. So what I'm going to do is these Iridium Blade quests, and then I'm going to go to dinner, and then we're going to play Apex Legends, and tomorrow we'll hopefully get a start on time and knock a lot of shit out. Our laser's going to be in Borderlands 3. It sure looks like it. There's flamethrowers. That's been confirmed. There's at least one flamethrower. The Elon Musk gun. The fucking Doomslayer's gun is in it. Check this out. I love this, man. This got me so hyped. Like, when you say our laser weapons are gonna be in the game, Fit Man, like, just assume yes. I'm gonna pause this. It's Metal Mars. He's a guy we know. He's actually a friend of the streams. Supported us during the Battleborn days. Check this out. Check out the gun that he gets out of the golden chest. Because the golden chest now does drop gold weapons on occasion. Me there, I love looking for loot and farming. Be back later at dinner time. Alright, have a nice dinner, Adam. Yeah, I'm with you, Water. I agree with you. Shield gun grenade get a unique bonus in a raid boss area. Ooh, see, that's great. That's great. It's cool. Thanks for telling me that, Fit Man. It's coming up. Let me kind of move towards it. Yeah. Check this shit out. Look at this gun. You guys are gonna recognize this gun. If you guys know, if you guys are on your shit, if you're a true gamer, only true gamers can recognize this gun. Take the test. The model for that sniper looks so dope. Speed loading Hellwalker. So, my demons, your time has come. That's cool, isn't it? Even played the fucking... It even plays the metal music from Doom. It's the Doomslayer shotgun! They put the Doomslayer shotgun in the game, dude. The freaking super shoddy is in the game. You know that's gonna be fun. You know that's gonna be fun. And now with a slide and a mantle and all this different shit going on, it's gonna be so fucking cool. It's gonna be so good. Oh yeah. Think golden keys are going to be rare now? I think they are actually going to be more common. And I'm not just trying to be I'm not trying to be a refuting Rafi either. It's that you don't just have to rely on Randy to tweet out keys anymore. You can actually farm keys out in the game, so we should be able to, you know, potentially, it seems like we'll be able to get more. How? No idea, but it looks like bosses drop keys, but the point is you can farm them in the game. I got that from an IGN interview they just recently did. So, that should be good. Forget how much you gotta. Maybe with Guardian rank also. Yeah, that'd be interesting. That would definitely be interesting. I gotta go sell this shit. Blood on your hands and a smile on your face. Smile on your face. Here you are. Thought it could be of some use. Maybe. I'm hoping you just kill raid bosses and, you know, they in turn drop their goods. And that always includes some golden keys, because I feel like that is similar to the Diablo system and now also the Anthem system of I haven't had a good drop in a while. Alright, well, you've been farming a lot, so here's a way to turn the tide on RNG. Which is... here's a golden key chest. So my 2 cents on that is that it's going to be attached to bosses. You kill the boss, you get a couple keys. More farming. I mean, there's just so many ways to farm. That's like going to be Borderlands. You know, they've gone heavy into the stuff that makes Borderlands and all the great action RPG stuff. So it's like, Proving grounds. Boss runs, raid bosses, Slaughter Dome. So much room for activities, and it all results in hopefully meaningful loot. So I'm gonna grab this, and I'm actually gonna break. Didn't get where we wanted to go, but just so we have some time, we'll make sure we get a better start tomorrow. I'll have to make up a little bit of time tomorrow because it's just getting too late. I'm gonna play with Tyrell and Ashton. Yeah, it's gonna be hella fun, Water. It's gonna be hella fun, man. So excited for it. So excited for it. Now we just need to try to do right by it and hit our goal, hit our stream goal here, and get all these achievements. Good full playthroughs here on the franchise. We got 3 weeks, man. Got 3 to get that rank up. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. We'll talk to Claptrap tomorrow. I'm just gonna give this a few more tries to see if we can't get the legendary, because I haven't been able to get that achievement yet. Oh, so close. See, we keep getting that. It's like right there. It's right on the cusp. 777s. Nice iridium stack. I'll spend some of this money we've got. I wish you could spend more money and it would give you a higher chance. I know there's like 10 slot machines now in Sanctuary 3, and they all are attached to certain things, like you can farm specifically for a shield or specifically for a different kind of gun. I'm going to fill my inventory, and then I'm going to try to fill it one more time, just to see if we get the legendary. If we don't get the legendary in that time, then we just didn't get it. Keep running back so I don't get hit by a grenade. Then I get hit by a grenade. Just tossing money around. Just tossing it around. Skinner gun. I've seen guns come out of it. I've never seen a legendary skin come out of it. I don't even know if there are. I don't think there are legendary skins in this, actually. I don't know. You would know. I mean, you've played the hell out of this. I'm not sure anymore. I think there's like 2 different things you can get. There's like an iridium thing. You can get like the iridium chunk, or you can get the legendary gun. Get no none. I also need to see if Michael Mamarel is around here. I haven't seen him in a long time. That's another achievement we gotta knock out. Clean badass challenges? Really? Which one was it? We won't be able to see, because probably, I'm guessing that's a rank 5. I think there's also one that involves money. I think there's 3 different jackpots actually on the machine. They all count toward the achievement. One's the iridium, one's you get the legendary gun, and one you get, like, money. Pink Bandicorn. Okay, I know which one you're talking about. You around here, Michael Memorial? That guy just threw a knife right through our head. Guess what we can just do is just save and quit. He usually just hangs out in a stationary place, though. Bizak? the sanctuary citizens randomly knock on things. I've seen him in Moxie's bar the most. Either outside of it or just hanging out in the bar itself. I haven't seen him in a long time. Me too, to be honest. I hope he still spawns. I mean, it's not like he gives you like epic loot. He gives you like a blue. Wait, is that him? Nope. I mean, we should be able to notice him easier. He's got guns and shit on his back. He's supposed to actually be out there like hunting. Not buyback? Oh, I could have swore I sold like a bunch of blues. This is the backstory. I mean, he's a fan who died, right? Everyone was saying they were going to do that for Yodi Slayer. Do you think they should, Boulder? You got to be immortalized in the game. Just looking for Michael Mamorel one last time. A lot of emotion, a lot of powerful emotion in that man. That's a theme. That's a theme with you, Brick. You got problems with commitment? I don't know, there's some stuff about Yodi's kind of like stuff about the domestic abuse. I don't know, there could have just been rumors. I mean, he died in a drunk driving accident. Do you think that disqualifies him? For me, what personally disqualifies Yodi Slayer from being like permanently immortalized in here is that his videos mostly gave away false information. Regrettably. He would just read from the wiki. He'd read from the wiki, and most of the time the wiki was gone. My buddy sat down and farmed. He had a broken leg, so he was laid up. And he sat down, and this guy looks like Michael Mamorel. That's the problem. He sat down and farmed Doc Mercy for hours upon hours upon hours, all because of a Yodi Slayer video. Which, it does draw from Doc Mercy, but it was bugged. And if he had, like, say, read the forums or got a video that actually gave him better information, he wouldn't have done that. He was just slamming his head into against the wall. But you know, and then of course, it was a drunk driving accident after all. But he was a huge fan of Borderlands, and he did make a lot of content for it. And a lot of people really liked and respected him, so maybe they should immortalize him. But I don't think so. I think that he's probably immortal in his own way because of the YouTube stuff he made, even though it's primarily him reading off the wiki and not even checking it, just saying it's fucking rinse and repeat content. He's got a video out for every legendary because he just reads it off the wiki in his own unique way. If you watched one Yodi video, you had watched them all, but yeah, that guy's dead, so I guess I should shut up. He's not here to defend himself. Still, there's how many Seths were there? How many people were there out there that sat down and farmed Doc Mercy for 15 hours because Yodi told him that's where the Infinity would drop. If it was like, I think it's unnecessary. Like, if it was cancer or something, then sure. Yeah. I think that's what happened with Michael Mammarell, too, is he had, like, cancer. He just got sick and died. Now, had he not been drunk driving, I think that there's a much better argument to be made. But since he kind of took his life in his own hands when he did that, well, it's tough. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, so I say let it be. Like, don't immortalize in water. Just let it be the way it is. And no good deed goes unpunished. So I also think there'd be a lot of fucking backdrop. What's the word? Saying backdraft, but blowback. There'd be a lot of blowback if they did it, because obviously there's a lot of people who don't think that that's a good idea. But the problem is, one of the leading people who was an advocate that he should not be immortalized in here also happens to... His name was Man of Low Moral Fiber. He was a really big Borderlands content creator. And I wondered what had happened to him, because his content, he wasn't making anything, and it's like Borderlands 3's coming out. Turns out he's a fucking huge racist. He like went on this long spiel about like African American intelligence and shit. I unsubbed to him. Tons of people have unsubbed to him since. But he was, in a lot of his playthroughs, he would mention like that he didn't think Yodi needed to be immortalized because Yodi was a drunk driver. So now it's like, oh man, if I fucking argue against Yodi being immortalized in Borderlands 3, I'm throwing myself into the lot of Man of Low Moral Fiber. Just look him up on Twitter, because Killer6, which is like a Borderlands celebrity, called him out. I'm going to try for Michael Mammarell one more time. Called him out on it. Because it's like an old forum post. He wrote like this weird, grammatically a mess manifesto on his beliefs on like old school fucking eugenics kind of stuff. Also, it's a video game. Why does he need an epigraph and a mass market consumer product? Like, I feel like it's nice when you do it like Michael Mammarell, and it looks like the gaming grandma, like that big YouTubing older lady who does Skyrim all the time. She's gonna be in the next Elder Scrolls game. Like, I like when it's like that. I think that that's cool. Ties in with the community well. It's one of the healthiest ways that gamers and devs can have a good relationship is... Sure, that, you know, the devs made the game, but the gamers bring the game to life by actively engaging with it, playing it. So we also have a sense of ownership. We found him? Oh no, that's... You know that Randy Pitchford wrote the fucking lines for this guy. These are jokes that probably can't get away with in 2019. I know Killer6. Dude, Borderlands has been good for Killer6. You get to like meet and hang out with Jack Black and shit. I mean, you don't think, like, if you died, wouldn't it be cool if they put a plaque with your name in it in, like, ESO? Because, I mean, that'd be, like, forever. You've put so much time into ESO. Because what I'm reading out of that, correct me if I'm wrong, is, like, that would be almost more insulting, is that you got, like, you say this mass market product also.
I should discuss the scroll event in the room. The reason for my relocation was an elongated...
I am not seeing him, and I said I would try one more time, and I meant it.
Jack's cronies. Roland and his well-defined pectoral muscles were kind enough to entrust the vault key with me after the awakening of the Destroyer, not to be confused with the Warrior. Seriously, they're so nothing alike.
This is such a strange song. Apparently there's some really strange explanation to why those guys fucking bang on stuff all the time. But there is a reason, like, in the story for why they do it.
My chest feels like it's gonna collapse.
I kind of like the snide ES